Are you ready to open up the wallet? If you were not if you were not willing so far, you're probably not gonna be willing to go through these prices. So
Oh, here we
Xbox
go.
this morning, sir, out of nowhere, expectedly unexpected, Microsoft put out a statement that effective immediately, everything's gonna go up. Not only everything's gonna go up, first party titles releasing towards the end of the year are gonna go up to $80. So they're following Nintendo. I told you that this was gonna open. This was gonna open the doors wide open. This was gonna kick the doors wide open for developers, publishers to start charging more for base games. I still stand by GTA is gonna be 100, but here's Microsoft saying our first party games are gonna be 80, like our big titles, AAA titles, quadruple A titles, whatever they call it. So that's that. That's a big deal. Let's go and do a rundown of the price changes for the Xbox lineup, sir. Xbox Series S, 512 gigs, originally $299, is going up to $379. The 1 terabyte model is going up to $429 from $349. Series X digital from $449 to $549, $100 more. The regular Series X from $499 to $599, $100 more. The 2 terabyte, the special edition Series X, from $599 to $729. Controllers are gonna go up. Core controller to going up to $64. I think that's $60 right now. Color controllers going up to $69. I think accessories are like $5 more, with the exception of the Elite. I think that's going up by like $30. I think that's $170 right now. Oh, $179.99 is going up to $199.99. And then everything else is going up. $5 on the controls lineups, $10 on the core Elite controller, and their headset is going up $10. So Nintendo announced that everything was going to go, everything for the Switch 2 was going to go $5 more on accessories. Here's the Xbox, sort of doing the same thing with the accessories, but the consoles, bro, $729 for an Xbox Series X. I can ask for $729, dude. I can scrape the internet and I can build a nice PC for that amount of money. I mean, it's probably not going to be as strong as a Series X, but it'll get me there.
Yeah.
I have lots of opinions, but I'm gonna let you go first, sir.
Well, you predicted in general the industry was going to see this happen, so here we are. Not too surprising. I think the hard pill to swallow is the current gen consoles and accessories. Seeing some of these steepest price hikes that I steeper than I imagined. This is, I mean, this is significant. And this is for a specific brand that has not seen the strongest sales. So, like, how are you going to sell people to spend more money for something they already weren't as actively adding to their collection, per se? I mean, Obed, the Series S, that alone, going from $299 to $379, going up $80.
For
I mean, that I
for
thought
that
was one of the
console,
best
bro.
for
For
that
for a
console.
console that they're saying, like, based on excuse me, on the Switch 2 previews that happened last week, like, people are saying that Street Fighter 6 looks better on the Switch 2 than it looks on the Series S.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, why would I not go ahead and just fork over the same thing with the Series X digital in the price? Like, why would I not just go ahead and just get a Switch 2?
Right.
I think it's a hard sales pitch. listen, we're seeing we costs and things. We were joking about and telling people like, okay, like this is we're not happy about it, but like this is how things are going to be going. And you
Right.
warn people very well, very eloquently, gave good use cases. But when it comes to this one, I feel a little bit different in the sense that um, I think they're going to start pricing out some people. Like I actually think that there are going to be, when I say pricing out, it's just because of what the value in comparison to their competitors. Like they're going
Yeah.
to start having to take more of a back seat because like you know little Billy's already working hard to save up his money, and then he's going to have to see these price hikes. He's gonna be like, why am I gonna spend for this thing and I can go get this other thing? Like it was a better pitch. If you're
Right.
if your man's has student loan debt and he's trying to like get a console here, he's not gonna say that this is the thing he's probably gonna want to spend his money on. And you're gonna probably say, sorry, like Christmas is coming around. I don't know that we're gonna want to get this. We're gonna get the Switch too, because everybody wins in that case. Like families are going to have to make sacrifices and changes, dude. It sounds funny like saying this, and I'm not trying to take shots at people. I'm just saying, like, I think there's gonna be like a reality check economically, and then in a mixture with um, the value of what's being offered directly from these specific brands. That's gonna cause how would you the console? I don't want to say console war because it's not exactly that, but it's like the competitiveness in the console space that, like you said, people might like completely ditch this and just go, I'm gonna go full PC. Like I might, like people are gonna have to make, like, this is gonna cause people
Yeah.
to change, just like their usual. There are people who will be like lifelong Xbox people, whom this might be the reason that they suddenly change and give a chance to something else.
And I brought it to you last week because we didn't talk about it last week, but 2 weeks ago, PlayStation announced that pricing in Europe, the PS5 in Europe is going to go up, but it's I think it's a $40 difference for across the board for PS5s.
Yeah,
But this Xbox thing with like $80 and $100, dude. That's a lot.
right.
It's a lot. And the software thing. I mean, once Nintendo came out and did the thing with Mario Kart, like we like I knew that this was coming, right? The thing what gets me with Xbox is like you were supposed to have like the affordable option for consoles, and now the affordable option is the PS5 digital. Because I would rather a million
Right.
times get a PS5 digital than get a Series S. I mean, I'm getting a better console overall. So, dude, I don't know, man. They're gonna start pricing out. They're gonna start to price out people. What's gonna happen next year when they supposedly next year they're gonna release their new console? Is that gonna take that $729 price? Is that gonna be $799? What?
Oh, wow.
Is that?
Oh man.
I mean, if the tariff thing doesn't end, dude,
Yeah. Yeah. It
by
could.
by
You're
the
not right. It
time
could
by
go
the
up.
time the new
You're right.
Xbox come out, dude,
You're right. It
it
could.
could be 800, $900, dude.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and
It's not good. Not
it's
good.
not good. It's not good. But as with Andor, I guess there are lessons to be learned. And
Yes.
there's a bunch of people out there that I wish, um, you know, I can't. I told you so, and y'all did things based on vibes. So it's your problem now, and it's all of our problems, but it's your problem. I said I will play a tiny violin every time someone complains, and I have been doing so. So, yeah, man, it's rough. It's rough. Like something's gonna happen, right? The prices are not going down. The prices are not gonna go down. Like period, right? And people out there saying, "I was like, oh, just gonna stick with PC and do PC." dude, like
Still gonna be costly.
those
parts,
graphics cards are out of control too. Like those prices
parts
are
are gonna be crazy.
yeah, those prices are
Yeah.
crazy. I guess the good thing with PC is that you could buy like say for example, I need to make some upgrades on my PC. Um, I've been looking at getting like a Ryzen 7 that's compatible with my like the highest compatible model Ryzen 7 that's compatible with my motherboard. I'm looking at around $160 to $180 depending on the day of the week, depending on the website. There's many factors, right? And then I'm
Right.
looking at a graphics card. That's anywhere from 300 to 330. Again, depending on the model, depending on what I'm looking at, depending on the site. So, just on those two things, that's 300 plus 150. Say, that's already 450. That's a console. Like if you're a gamer on a budget, it's still cheaper to just get a console, and you don't have to worry about finagling around with settings and whatnot. Now the thing is that Steam, a lot of people still think that Steam now is not the old Steam. Like they're not as aggressive with those sales. Yeah, they do some really good stuff. They put out some really good sales, but they're not as aggressive as they were, 10, 12 years ago when everyone was like, oh, Steam summer sales here. I got $50 and I can get myself like 7 games for those $50. And those times are gone. Like those games are not going down as much as they used to. And, and then you still have the same problem that we're having. Like these games are going to go up to $80 across the board, not just on consoles. Like these games are going up on PC as well. Like whenever the next Call of Duty comes out at $80 on Xbox and PlayStation, is going to be $80 on PC. Like there's not, and a lot of people saying it's like, oh well, with cost of manufacturing, no, it doesn't matter. That's the price of the game. Like cost of manufacturing right now for discs is like $1. I think like gaming's not over. In my case, right? This is my specific case. I think I'm done pre-ordering. I think I'm done buying day one. I think I'm just gonna, if I want a game, I'll just get it whenever, right? At this point, I'm willing to just start going all digital, because it's like unless it's something like, I don't know, the next Final Fantasy VII, like Part 3. That I'll get the deluxe edition or whatever. But if it's a game like, I don't know, like Death Stranding 2, I'm willing to go digital on that. I'm willing to go digital on Metal Gear on the remake. The Ghost of Yote, if it's a good, like a special edition or something that I get, I may go digital on that too. Like I think I'm to that point where digital is going to start making sense for a lot of people, and if you wait it out, especially on like PlayStation, and you wait for the like the season sales, like the spring, summer, and the Christmas sales that they usually do during the year, you can find some really good stuff, dude. Like that, those PlayStation sales, I think, like honestly, those PlayStation sales are sometimes better than the Steam sales. Like you can buy like games with DLC for like $9, and Steam sales are. Well, the good thing with Steam sales is that you can keep your eye out for like humble bundles and get a bundle for like $20, and it includes like 5 really good games. Yeah, that's awesome, right? But you gotta be on top of it. That's with PC, and and just the process and maintenance of a PC is not for everyone. So there is an appeal on consoles, but in my case, I think I'm just done with buying day one stuff. Like I'll buy whenever I'm ready to play it, and not have stuff like collecting dust until then. So
Yeah. It's different.
yeah, man. So yeah, we're in an interesting spot. we're in a very interesting spot. I know that PlayStation's gonna come out soon on their games and say, "Yo, Ghost." I don't think Ghost of Yote is out for pre-order, and I think that's gonna be their first $80 game. Let me see.
Prediction. Here we go. Might happen.
Let's see. If I go on shopping,
Nobody's-
it's not out for pre-order yet, dude. There's no price on that game. That game's gonna be $80.
But you need to bring back the lightsaber of truth.
The
Whenever you make
lightsaber
a
of truth.
prediction and then it happens.
Oh, it needs batteries. Oh, it needs a new Kyber crystal.
No, but depending on what happens in this world, maybe some good things happen for us sooner or later. We might need to make a trip to Disney and get some lightsabers.
Yeah, get the legit ones. Yeah.
Might
yeah.
do that, buddy.
Yeah, man. That's my prediction. Write it down. Ghost of Yote is gonna be Sony's first $80 game, and I still stand by. GTA is gonna be 100. Like 2K is gonna go and say it's like, nah, we can do whatever we want. At this point, it's a free for all. It's not gonna crash. People are gonna still buy games. That being said, a lot of, like, I know that you have PS1, PS2, and you have some older stuff, but like what's gonna happen, dude, is like younger gamers and they're gonna go back and it's like, oh, I want to get a Wii because that's what I used to play when I was a kid, and I lost my Wii, and I'm gonna go back and buy it. And I think we're all in the same spot. Like, I invested a ton of money on the Saturn this year, and I'm still willing to spend more money on the Saturn, just because it's something that was special to me back in the day, and and I wanted to have it back, but at the same time, it's like gaming is getting so strange right now that we might as well just start trying to do something. But yeah, man, it's tough. And now with like companies stopped shipping stuff to the US, and like all those, like if you're into retro gaming and trying to get a scaler, now they're expensive, or they're you can't find them. So if you're remotely interested in retro gaming, now's the time to grab a scaler, grab a console, commit to it, and buy some games, because things are gonna get out of control, man. And
Yeah.
you gotta, if you love your hobby, you gotta be on top of it too. So